Hello! Hello lovely followers and subscribers. I'm back again and dead keen to make a little video for you. But before I start, I just wanted to say a few words. See, look, I've got a cup of tea, so we're going to have a little chat about burnout. So, I don't know if you've ever suffered from burnout, but I have. A few years ago now, and it's not a very nice thing at all. But recently I found myself getting really stressed, and I could feel it building to that state where you've got things to do and your brain is so stressed out and doesn't know. I just didn't know what to start with first, and I was in a terrible state. So I realised that what I hadn't been doing is making time for myself, and having been to burnout, I think to myself, well, it's not worth it. So today I'm taking a break, and it's been lovely, and I've been making some things, and I'm now going to show you how to make some too. So I'll just pause here because I've been having real trouble with my recording equipment. So yeah, I'm going to keep small segments because of trouble with recording, but hopefully, it's looking quite good. It's looking quite in focus. So hopefully it'll work out all right. So now, what I've been making are these little booklets, and they open out like this. And you can put little bits of your snippets in there. And I just thought to myself, what a nice little kind of present it would be to give to somebody who does journaling. You could make one of these and put little snippets inside, and then they could use the snippets in collage, and then they've got a little book, like a little pocket they can store things in. And this would sit very nicely in a pocket in a journal, perhaps, whatever. So that's one I did. I did one like this using star map paper, and that was quite awesome. So let's open this one out. See? I lined this one with some paper, but what I would say is be very careful when you line it, because what happens is the brad that comes through makes this bumpy. Let's look. And so it's not really that smooth, but it depends what look you're going for. That's just another idea. And then there's this one, which I found was really good using map paper. So, and for this one, I've sewn buttons on as the holders, and it worked really well. And this is the type that I'm going to show you in a minute. See? And it holds all your bits of papers in there. And for these ones, I've covered up the backing with just a decorative piece of washi tape. Right. So I will be back in just a minute. So to make this little booklet, you will need the following tools. You'll need a sharp Stanley type knife, craft knife, I suppose you call it. You'll need some thread. I found that this kind of embroidery thread is very good because it's kind of light and quite strong, so that's good. But you could try anything really. Pencil, rulers, metal ruler for folding, and also when you're cutting or trimming. Scissors, always useful. You will need a hole punch if you're going to use a brad. Now, that's because this one is smaller than average. A standard sized hole punch will be too big. It'll just, you'll work it out. Anyway, that one. Tape or washi tape. A needle. Buttons. Oh, come on into focus. Oh. Anyway, little buttons. Oh dear. And paper. Now, in terms of paper, what I would say is that you'll need something sort of medium strength, because you're going to need to fold the bottom up neatly and the sides. So, and also you're going to be sewing into it. So you don't want it too thin, but again, you don't want it too thick. So you'll just need to experiment. This is, look, I'll try and show you what it's like. It's like this. So it's quite flexible, but it's, yeah, medium. Anyway, so the first thing you're going to do is decide which you want on your outside and on your inside. So for me, I'm going to have the leaves and everything on the outside, and I'm going to make the little fold up. So I'm going to want it to fold into this way. So I'm going to line it up on my grid. I love this grid. It helps me get straight edges and 90 degrees corners and what have you. Anyway, so you're going to use the ruler to help you. I can't get it now. Right. You're going to use the ruler to help you get a neat fold. So I'm lining it up. Is that right? Whoa, see, you've got to be careful. Be careful and take your time. Line it all up and then get the fold started with the ruler. And you can just, and I use, some people have a special tool for it, but I use the end of this, which is nice and smooth, and it helps me, nice and, right. So the next thing is to decide how wide you want your booklet to be. So I'm using my grid again, and I find that 6 centimeters is pretty good. So I'm just going to count it on here. So that's 6 centimeters. So the middle one will need to be 6 as well. There. And then the end one will trim in a minute. So the first thing is to do is to fold in at 6. So again, I'm using my grid. There's 6. And get the fold started. And then just fold it in. Again, I'm going to line it up, and I'm not doing it right on the page, I'm doing it a little bit over like that. Now we're going to have to do this very carefully, because paper, the stiffer it gets, the harder it gets to do. Right. So now, you don't want this all the way across, you want it about halfway there. So I'm going to hold my hand there, and I'm going to trim it. So I'm going to line everything up. And I'll trim this off. Now that folds over. Ooh! It looks like it's made the leaf. That's fluky. But anyway. So now you want it like this. So now you can put your buttons on. Okay, so let's look. I want them roughly like this. So first one is roughly here, and I'm just going to poke a hole through the buttonhole where I want it to be, carefully. Oh, I moved it. There we go. Do the other one. Oh, this is tricky. This is a bit fiddly. There you are. So, you've got 2 holes in there, which you won't be able to see on here. Oh, there you go. There. Okay. And then what you will do is reinforce your paper. I recommend this because you're going to be sewing it. So, just need a little bit of tape to reinforce it. Okay. Now, fiddly, it is a bit fiddly, but you will thread your needle, she said, which is always the worst thing ever. Oh, but I'll try it. If not, I'll come back. Oh, there we go, did it. Right, so what you will do now is you're going to go, oh sorry, you're going to come up from the back. So it's very fiddly to show you on here, but basically you're going to come up through the back, through the hole that you already made, and you're going to go through your button, like so, and you're going to leave a tail, like that. Just hold that. Then you're going to go through here and through the hole that you already made. Feel for it. There. And go through. And there you are. So you're not going to tie it too tight, because you need a little bit of space, because you're going to be able to wrap the cord around. So you're going to go back through. Like that. And through. And that's it. So I'm going to snip like that, and then wiggle those like that and cover. Now spreading it out is quite good, because it means it gets a lot sticky to hold it. And that's one button done. Now I'm thinking that that flap is a bit close to there, so I might trim a little bit off. So now we need to put the other button on. So I'm just doing it by eye really, and I'm lining it up with that one. I've got paper down here so that I can pin the position. 1, 2. 2 holes for the heart. And again, I'm going to get a bit of tape to reinforce paper. I'm going to be sewing on. So, what do we put in this little booklet? Well, I'm thinking that it would be nice to have a sort of colour scheme that you're going to give to your journaling friend. So, yeah, I've been through my stash and I've got blues and greens here, and so, well, they're not. These are. So I'm going to cut them all up and I'm going to put them in here. But first of all, the first thing to do is to make a template so you know how things can be smaller but they can't be bigger. You see what I mean? So this is going to be my template. I'm going to cut this off. So as a finishing touch, what you might want to do is cover that tape with decorative washi tape. So I've got this Japanese washi tape that's quite cute. It's got little cats on it. So I'm just going to put a couple on there. You could, of course, cover this if you wanted to, but be careful because it's a bit bumpy there, so if you put paper there it might have a bump in it, so I think washi tape is quite a nice solution. I used to have some lovely washi tape with leaves on it, but I couldn't find it, so this one will do. Go on like this. Alternatively, you could, I don't know, find a bit of paper and just stick it there, couldn't you? Or you could stick, I tell you what would be good, you could stick paper in there and say to so-and-so from so-and-so, like a little, I don't know, little book plate. Anyway, I'm sure you'll have fun thinking of this, thinking of what to do. Meanwhile, I hope you enjoy it, and I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers, 98 of you, 98! It's fabulous, thank you so much. And yeah, if you're watching this and you're umming and ahhing and you think you might subscribe, please do, because I need to get to 100, and when I get to 100 I can start using my beautifully altered in the title of my Earl. So yeah, that would be absolutely awesome, but I'd like you to follow anyway, and I'd love you to put comments and put links to your own channels and projects. It would be lovely to see what you're doing. Anyway, I hope you get a lot of fun out of this one, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care, stay safe, and yeah, lots of happy arting. See you soon.